Welcome, dear Emirans, to another episode of Immerpreneur, where we learn from successful entrepreneurs. We are all seeing some slight glimmer of hope in some areas as the economy starts to revive itself post-pandemic. Apart from that, we are seeing a whole new view in people's perception on the importance of wellness industry. This episode brings us closer and see how we can leverage on the wellness industry, and who better to tell us about that than our newly promoted one-star director, and he will show us exactly how we can leverage on the wellness industry. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Mr. Jonas Kwaku Vigbedor. Welcome to the show, Mr. Jonas.
Thank you, Gladys. Thank you all for organizing this Immerpreneur program. It's a very great program that can actually put entrepreneurs on the global scales when it comes to wellness and network marketing.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for being on the show, Mr. Jonas. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you on your recent promotion as the second one-star director in Emery, Ghana. And in fact, you leapfrogged directly from elite manager all the way to one-star director, even bypassing the director rank. Your commissions as a result of this promotion is a staggering 6 digits, and that is excluding the brand new car that you have just earned. So it's actually a very big wow, and I'm really feeling happy for you, Mr. Jonas. So tell me, maybe you can share with me, how did you start with Emery? And did you expect that by taking a leap of faith with Emery, that it will actually pay off?
Thank you, Gladys. It's a dream come true. I took a bold leap of faith in Mr. Yap because I know what he's capable of doing when it comes to network marketing and the wellness industry. He's a man who wants to see entrepreneurs succeed in the network marketing industry. So when he's bringing the business, I know that he wouldn't even fail us. That is why I have that particular trust and belief in him, and then join him in Emery. I was in a previous company, and I realized that policies are being changed all the time, and things weren't going on very well. So at that particular time, I was looking for a way to exit and then get something new doing, because with the effort I put in there, it's not what we are being paid for. So it has actually made me to get discouraged in my previous company. So by God's grace, Emery came. So I took that particular leap of faith and joined the president of Emery Africa and Middle East, because I know that what he can do to help humanity is huge. So I had that particular belief, and then joined him in Emery. And then we started Emery in Ghana and Africa as a whole. Actually, with what I have earned in terms of commission in Emery within 18 months with 14,000 downlines, cannot be compared with my team in my previous company. That is 140,000 people, because with 18 months earnings is even bigger than 5 years earning combined in my previous company.
Earlier, I congratulated you for being the second one-star director, but according to our records, you were actually the first one to sign up in Ghana, even before we officially opened in the country. The title of the first ever one-star director actually belonged to Mr. Daniel Sekpe, who was one of your business partners and downlines, and yet he ranked advance way ahead of you. Did this upset you or frustrate you when this happened?
No, Gladys, it did not frustrated me nor upset me because because the pay plan has been the both for everybody to win in this particular business. When one rank advance above the upline doesn't lose anything. All of those monies will be kept at the back office of the upline so that when the upline get to the top, all of those particular money will be paid to the upline. So nobody loses money when one rank advance faster than the other. So the system has been designed synergistically just to make sure everybody win and feel happy over here.
Well, I couldn't agree more. So in Emory, it has never been about who came first or who came last. Everyone has the potential to earn the same exact amount as long as you meet the same qualification like anyone else. And unlike the block system features common in many compensation plans out there, Emory plays you for the same rank bonus and other rewards when your downlines get promoted earlier like you. Just like in your case, Mr. Daniel Sekpe. Do you see this feature as an advantage in convincing your prospects to join your team?
Yes, Gladys, is the biggest advantage ever in the industry. You understand? Because where will you go? Whereby if your downline rank advance to another level, you still earn money from his effort. It's unlike the other block system that we've ever worked with before. But here like a case with Emory Plan, when someone rank advance before you, you still earn money from that person's effort, no matter what. And even if someone starts in merit today, whatever is written or every earnings that is in the merit plan, when that person works smarter or harder and get to those particular ranks, that person will earn all of those money written in the pay plan. So it's not a problem someone rank advancing before you or something like that because you don't lose anything when that person rank advance to the next level before you.
Awesome. Now, according to the latest publication from the Global Wellness Institute based in Florida, USA, the global wellness industry is worth a staggering $4.5 trillion. And this represents more than half of the total global health expenditures of $7.3 trillion, according to the World Health Organization's report. In the wake of the COVID-19 season, do you see the global wellness industry worth increasing or decreasing against the global health expenditures? I mean, in the past few months, we have witnessed the rising cost of the global health expenditures due to the millions of people infected worldwide. And the government is pledging to inject more of their fiscal spending into the public health care.
Thank you, Gladys. The global wellness industry indeed is a huge industry. And what I always normally imagine is that if I can take even 1% out of that particular industry and make business out of it, I believe it's very huge. And I don't see global wellness industry coming down. I see that the statistics growing bigger, especially in this COVID-19 era. We need to boost our immune systems. prevents a whole lot of health issues from attacking us. So I see a bigger growth in the global wellness industry because people need to take a product that can boost their immune system all the time, and then people need to take a product that can actually make them look younger. So I see a huge potential in the global wellness industry. Understand? Because it's very huge. It's very huge. I see it as a cake. So I normally think that if I can take part of that cake in terms of business, in terms of wealth, into my bank account, into my pocket, actually use that particular opportunity to help myself and help millions of people across the globe. Have wisely and then work wisely. The global health and wellness industry are sister industries. And when it comes to network marketing, it's a platform the wellness industry is using to leverage in promoting vitamins and anti-aging products across the globe. So with what we have here is huge because when you look at how vitamins and minerals can boost our immune system and then prevent a whole lot of problems from this kind of COVID-19 pandemics here and there, I believe it will help all of us and at the same time help the government to reduce global health expenditure in all our hospitals and clinics across the globe. So the wellness industry is a very good industry whereby we have to take a look at and then help ourselves to prevent sicknesses in the first place. So I recommend we take a very great critical look at the global health and wellness industry. With leveraging on the network marketing, it's a great platform that is actually used to promote small scale businesses, wellness entrepreneurs, whereby those people who are no more working or people who have lost their job through this particular pandemic can actually look into network marketing and then use it to actually create businesses and put money into their pockets all the time. It's an industry I recommend for everybody because even when you look at the current president in the United States, he wrote a book on network marketing. And the title of the book is Why We Want You to Be Rich. That book, spoke a lot about network marketing. So it's an industry, it's a genuine industry whereby people have to take a second look and then enjoy and then make some extra incomes for themselves and their families. Thank you.
So is the level of awareness for wellness high amongst the Ghanaians right now? Is your job in promoting the Emery products now easier by any means?
Yeah, yes. With the high awareness of wellness in our community in Ghana, it has become more easier for me to promote Emery products across the country because the products are really doing putting value on our health all the time. I'm a living testimony about this particular product. I have been suffering from asthma for the past 38 years. My health has really improved, seriously, because I was actually, when I heard of the symptoms of COVID-19, actually, those are the symptoms that was disturbing me some years back. but with the help of Emery product, Emery Advocate, my health has really been restored.
Wonderful. So hence, I feel that the networking industry is actually doing two things at the same time in fighting the economic meltdown in the pandemic. First one is that it actually contributes to better health for the society with a range of wellness products, like you mentioned. And secondly, the networking industry is not just taking away the burden of government expenditure to fight the pandemic in creating awareness and healthcare, when they spend for hospitalization and all those testing just to resolve the pandemic, but the industry is also helping to stimulate the economy by creating jobs and spending. So that means that the government can also save money in injecting stimulus to keep the jobs for people. Do you agree that the pandemic is actually forcing more and more people into entrepreneurship? After all, employment today is no longer something we call stable.
I 100% agree with you because of what COVID-19 issues have actually brought to our economy. A lot of jobs have been lost, and the network marketing industry is an industry that can actually help people who want to go into entrepreneurship to actually start something from there. Because I've never regretted being a network marketer for the past 18 years. And this is what I have made my money from and invested it in a whole lot of things. So it's a viable industry whereby I advise everybody who is looking for a business to do to join network marketing and start building their business empires in the world. So those people who have actually lost their jobs in this pandemic are again recommend network marketing for them. What I will tell them is to just look for a very good network marketing company and join, and then start it and start reading about the industry, and then use those particular information to build their business and at the same time will it for their children in some years to come. So network marketing industry is helping people and is helping a lot of people put food on their table all the time across the globe. So when it comes to leveraging, I recommend that every government should critically look into network marketing and then use it to actually create entrepreneurship businesses for people who want to become wellness entrepreneurs or health and wellness entrepreneurs so that we can actually help in building our economics back because it's an economic uh, empowerment program. Thank you.
Awesome. Now, Mr. Jonas, what is that one book that has actually inspired you?
The book that has actually inspired me to do more is The Law of Leverage. When I read that book, I couldn't sleep at all. So I started thinking a whole lot of concepts here and there on how I can actually use those concepts to actually uh, sell products all over the world. So the law of leverage has a lot in it, whereby as a network marketer, you need to find a particular book and read it to actually build your business right for the long haul. Because the information in that book is, is something that is huge. And when you read that book, it will actually put you on your toe to do your businesses very world. And since we find ourselves in the wellness industry, there's this book that I read as well. That's The Wellness Revolution, written by Paul and Pisa. Because where the trend is going, we have to know about the industry trend. So when you read a book as well, you will see that you are in an industry whereby if someone is saying that, oh, this marketing is not for me, you prove those people wrong because it's an industry that is very huge and it's an industry that everybody have to look into seriously because we are human beings. So if we are taking wellness products to actually prevent sicknesses and disease in the first place, boosting our immune system, making our health so younger, looking younger all the time, I believe this is the industry that we have to look into and then use it to help ourselves both health-wise and then wealth-wise. Thank you.
Awesome. I guess that basically summarizes everything. Thanks for the wonderful interview, Mr. Jonas, and I definitely can't wait to celebrate you when you get to the diamond position. Now, I just wanted to put everything in perspective, for our viewers as well. If we look at the current situation right now, we can see
Great.
that the wellness industry has to strengthen leveraging to fight the pandemic, right? So it's all interrelated with the government, the
Mhm.
hospitals, the healthcare industry, and even the citizens or the people to push the wellness industry higher. And the importance of boosting immunity right now, more than ever, is extremely high. And I believe that the networking industry is one of the best industries that you can join right now because it helps stimulate the economy. It also provides jobs, right? And it also is good in promoting the wellness industry through its products. Don't you agree?
I agree, 100%. Actually, the wellness and network marketing industry uh, a economic empowerment program because when you look at what is actually going on in the industry is huge. If you can imagine people using your product across the globe to prevent health problems in the first place, what do you think will happen to you? Your generations and then your, how do you call it, your people around you. You with the industry in which I find myself is really creating more millionaires than any other industry in the world. So I recommend that everybody look into network marketing and then do it well because where we are now, it's huge because if you can leverage on million people's effort, what do you think will happen to you? If you can talk to people about a product or a wellness product they don't know anything about, and they start to buy product from you across the globe, what do you think will happen to you? I read a book by, and I took inspiration from that particular book. Sam Walton or the Walmart stores does not produce any product. They only sell for manufacturers. But could you believe that the Walmart family is the richest family in the world? They just distribute product for manufacturers across the globe. And today, their wealth is more than something else. All Sam Walton's children are all multi-billionaires. If we can also do it in our network marketing industry, I believe the sky is not even the limit. The sky is not even the limit because since he was able to do it, we in the network marketing industry can also do it, even do it bigger than Samuato. So my advice to everyone out there is to look into network marketing. They should look into the best network marketing company and take a decision to join now. Thank you.
I couldn't agree more, Mr. Jonas. And thank you so much for giving your insights for today. And I really enjoyed this interview today. Mr. Jonas.
Thank you so much, Gladys.
Mr. Jonas, for today, I will break the tradition of asking 5 different questions relating to the countries where Emery is in. Actually, I prepared a special segment for you. It's actually quite simple. Instead, I will actually be asking only one question, but you need to provide 5 different answers. Are you ready for these questions?
Okay, right, I'm ready.
Awesome. This is what I like. Okay, Mr. Jonas, you have been to a lot of countries, right? I believe you also been to Malaysia. You were also in Egypt, right?
Yes.
Correct. So, in your experience, or if you remember the languages, how do you say thank you in these countries? So let's start off with Egypt in Arabic. How do you say thank you?
Thank you. I couldn't remember it, but when it comes to Malaysia,
yes. What do you remember about Malaysia?
Malaysia is it terima kasih?
Correct. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Right. For Egypt, it's shukran.
Shukran. Okay. Shukran.
Correct.
Shukran. Yeah.
How about for Philippines?
Philippines is it mabuhay or
no?
Can you remember me?
Salamat.
Salamat. Salamat.
Yeah.
Salamat. It is true. Salamat.
Yeah. How about for China, the Chinese Mandarin?
China is ni hao.
No. Xie.
Xie. Yeah, xie.
Yeah. And the last one. How about
it's been long I've been to China, so
it's fine. And how about for Ghana, of course, where you're from?
May that say Akpenao.
There we go. So thank you so much, Mr. Jonas, for being on the show today.
Okay, thank you, Gladys, and thank you, Mr. Yap. Thank you, Mr. Lau. Thank you, Mr. Tan. Thank you, Queen Komoda. Thank all the management team. I am very grateful for this particular wonderful business opportunities that you have brought to Africa just to help me and help millions of people in the world. I say, may God bless you all the time. Amen.
And thank you so much for the trust, Mr. Jonas. And for all our Emirians, I hope that you enjoyed this episode as well. Please stay tuned for more and please subscribe to the channel below.